Good evening. I'm going to give it a few seconds for people to realize that I am going live, and then I'll start talking as usual. I'm having a bad hair day today. I always seem to have a bad hair day on a Tuesday night, don't I? It's the first thing I talk about. Maybe I'll pick something else tonight. The dog's in with me, as usual. So if you hear grunting and licking and any other noises, it's him and not me. So how are you? I am really exhausted. I've had an extremely busy weekend. I've been in Scotland this weekend viewing properties. It's been mad. It's been like a race. Properties are just selling as quick as they are going on the market. And it was like chasing houses this weekend. It really was. House chasing. No sooner had I viewed it, but somebody had put a ridiculously high offer in. And then we were moving on to the next one. So I've had to make really quick decisions this weekend. So what I'm doing is looking for a stepping stone property in Scotland. So a property to move me to location in Scotland so that I can manifest the castle, so that I'm in the place that I want to be. That's the idea. Anyway, it's Tuesday evening, it's 7:00, it's Creative Genius TV, it's Mandy Nicholson here, and I am a creative genius consultant, artist and author, and I help creative women to launch, grow and scale their business and make more money. And tonight, I am going to talk to you and help you understand more how important it is to really invest in yourself and be able to step into your flow, and how much of a difference that makes to your profit in business. Now, most people may not understand this. This is something that you really have to think quite deeply about, and it is so important. I always say that. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about tonight, the importance of investing in you. Why is it important? It's important because you and every single one of us on this planet, apart from those that have worked on it and have invested in themselves, has an upper limit. That upper limit that we think that we can't get past. And this is how it shows up. It shows up in, well, I'm not as clever as Mary. Mary is really smart. Mary is the one that got all the grade A GCSEs. I'm not as clever as Mary. I can't earn as much as Bob. Bob can always earn more than me because Bob has these qualifications or this experience. We impose an upper limit on ourselves in so many different ways, and it's deeply rooted within our subconscious. We do it in so many different areas, including relationships. I can't be happy because guess what's going to happen? This person is going to be unfaithful, or they're going to lie to me. We do it to ourselves in lots of different areas. We do it all the time in business. So entrepreneurs do this to themselves all the time in business. I am not worthy of earning this amount of money. I can't earn more than £2,000 a month. That's all I can manage to fit into my working week. I can't earn more than £10,000 a month. That's all I can ever manifest. I'll never have £100,000 months. You are self-imposing upper limits onto your thinking and onto the actions that you subsequently take following those thought patterns. So that's why I wanted to talk about the importance of investing in yourself. It is almost impossible for us as human beings, but particularly as entrepreneurs, to surpass those upper limits without some really specific help. Okay, now you may be a dabbler. You may be somebody that buys self-help books, that reads them, goes to webinars, maybe even workshops, but doesn't really invest a lot of money, small amounts of money on a regular basis, reading books, self-help books, and that you think that that's going to help you to get there. And self-help books are great. They're part of the journey and they're part of the process. But in order to surpass your upper limits, you've got to do way more than that, because the self-help books don't all hold you accountable. Okay, nobody holds you accountable in a self-help book. You can put it down, you can stop reading it. You can go, right, that was all very well, but I still can't earn more than £10,000 a month because I don't have the capacity to do that. I can't work out how to fit that into my business. So the upper limit exists, and it exists in your subconscious. Until you invest in actually eradicating that upper limit, working on expanding your upper limits and allowing yourself to live your life to the full, to manifest everything that you want, to earn the money that you want in your business, to earn the wealth that you want in your business, then nothing can change. So that's why I wanted to bring this subject matter and just honestly just say to you guys, if you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect to make more money and make more profit? Because you are your number one asset. The most important thing in your business, and it doesn't matter what you are doing in business, is you. And when you actually accept that you are the most important thing in your business, and that your first and foremost investment should be in yourself, then and only then can you start to chip away at those upper limits. And then I talked at the start of this about flow, moving yourself into flow. The upper limit stops you acting in your area of genius. And I hope this is coming through okay on the live. People are coming on and dropping off, so I'm not actually sure whether this is because the internet has been a bit hicky today. To be fair, I'm just going to check that this is coming through live. Well, it seems to be. So checking on my phone whilst actually delivering the live. There's nothing worse than when the internet's going in and out and you can't hear everything. So we've got this upper limit and we've got our area of genius. When you have limitations on being able to work to your upper limit, you are not showing up and behaving and working in your area of genius. Now, 12 years ago, I worked with Jack Canfield, and Jack Canfield is a real big advocate of 70 to 80% of what you do can be outsourced. It's not in your zone of genius. So your zone of genius is probably 20% of what you do. So you're doing 80% unnecessary things. Imagine doing 100% of your time in your zone of genius. Imagine the power and how good your business would be and how much money and profit you would make if you were operating in that zone of genius and without an upper limit of thinking. So accepting that you could have 100K months. I hope this is making sense to you because it is quite complicated. The only way you can get past that is by engaging someone who's going to hold you accountable and going to fill in the gaps in your knowledge and encourage you to be able to outsource that 70 to 80% that you don't need to do. Does that make sense to you? If it does, please comment. When you're in your zone of genius, everything starts to align and you move into a place of flow. When you're operating your business and your life from a place of natural flow, so you're showing up on a daily basis and you are operating in that zone that is perfect for you, it's made for you, it's where you're at your best, it's where you're at your most confident, it's where you're at your happiest, you're feeling joy, you're feeling motivated, nothing feels difficult. When you are in a place of flow, everything else around you will just align and you will attract more profit towards you. So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how many upper limits do you think you are operating in your life and in your business? And I'm always going to bring everything back to, I operate with a model called the perfect square, which is love, health, wealth, and self-expression. So let's take love. In the area of love, how many upper limits do you have? Is your relationship with your life partner all it could and should be? Are your relationships with your family and friends all they could and should be? Or are you setting expectations for things to fail? Are you setting yourself expectations that you will repeat old patterns or other people will repeat old patterns? Or are you operating from a place of genius where you know you can have really healthy relationships? That's number one. Number two is wealth. Are you operating from a mindset of lack right now? Or are you operating from a mindset of abundance and wealth? What is your upper limit right now in your business? What do you think you can earn right now per month, per annum? Is it 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures? Does it need to be anything? It's actually limitless. You can earn any amount, but do you truly believe that? And if you don't believe that, it's because you've got these limits in place that are stopping you getting there. By investing in yourself and putting yourself at the center of your life and your business and saying you are the most important thing, you are the priority, you are where all your resources should go, because you are the one that's going to bring the biggest output in your business and in your life. You are making a commitment with the universe that this is the most important thing, and it will automatically put you into a place of natural flow, because it allows you to move into your area of genius. So what 3 things can you do right now that can change the direction that your business is going in? What are your biggest frustrations in your business right now? Is it lack of income, lack of clients? What is it that's frustrating you the most in your business right now? Now ask yourself the question, why is it frustrating you? Is it because that is all you are allowing yourself to move into? Or is it because of external or perceived external influences? And are they real, the external influences, or are they imposed by your own thinking? This all might sound a bit deep for you tonight. Yeah, it might sound a bit complicated, but actually it's somewhere that you need to start. So when I'm working with my clients on my program, I will be constantly challenging them to move past those upper limits until they actually get to a point that they believe that they can do this, that they can actually surpass their own thinking, that they can accept that it's okay for them to earn 10, 20, 30,000 pounds a month. They couldn't see it before. Because if you can't see that, feel it, and create the actions that go along with it, then it's not going to happen in your life. If you are working in perfect flow at the moment, then you won't actually feel like you're working. It will feel like everything is just happening as it should be. Now, as I said to you at the start of this live, I was in Scotland at the weekend looking for properties, viewing properties in Scotland to buy, to put me on the first step towards my castle. So I'm not looking for a castle right now. I'm looking for a house that puts me in Scotland. That's the location that I want to be in. That's me investing in myself and my future. I'm putting myself in location so that when the right opportunity comes up, I'm already there. This is the importance of investing in time, investing money, and investing resources into you and the future that you want to create. So what are you doing right now to invest in the future that you really want to create? Are you taking the aligned actions that are moving you in the right direction? What is it that you can do right now? What can you do today that changes the direction you're going in? Working in flow, working without upper limits, gives you the opportunity to be all that you can be and earn more money than you can even consider right now. So I didn't want to bring you any more than that tonight. It is a complex area. Yeah, I want you to go away and think tonight about where you are and where you want to be. What's that gap? What's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be? Identify it. What are the things that are holding you back that sit in that gap between where you are and where you want to be? And start to brainstorm those things. We need to start writing down, what is it that's stopping you? Is it your own limiting beliefs? Is it the opinions of others? Are others telling you that your business is more of a hobby and that you'll never make any money from it? Are these some of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back and imposing upper limits on you? Is it your own beliefs about the business that you're in, or your capability, or your capacity? Are you questioning your capacity and your ability to take on more work? Do you currently think that people can't afford your services? Is that an upper limit for you? That people haven't got money because of lockdown and they can't afford your services? Is that one of your upper limits? Write down all the things that are stopping you right now, whether they're real or perceived. And even if they're perceived, it means they're real because they're thoughts and they're holding you back. All the things that are stopping you from getting to where you want to be. Compile yourself a list. And when you have that list, go out and look for somebody who's talking about those things. Look for the person who's talking about those very things and that's telling you that they can help you to get past them, because somebody out there right now is talking about the very things that you need to move yourself forward in your business. Once you've identified them, you're more likely to be able to notice them than you were before you identified them. So I've probably blown your brains a bit tonight with all of this information and talk about upper limits and your restrictions and your beliefs that are holding you back. But this is all very real. If you need help with this, then I want you to do the most important thing that you can do as an individual, and that is to ask somebody for help. I want you to send me a DM to say, I'm struggling with this, Mandy. This is the thing that's holding me back. This is when you said this thing, it really resonated with me. When you said I didn't really believe that I could earn enough money, that resonated with me. When you said that people are telling me my work should be a hobby and I'll never make any money from it, that resonated with me. Tell me and ask for help. Tell me that you need some help with rethinking those things that are holding you back. And I will come back to you with some suggestions. I might even jump on a call with you. But the first thing that you need to do is stick your hand up and say, I'm struggling with this. And if it's not to me, it needs to be somebody else or somebody else who's talking about those things. So I'm not going to go on anymore tonight because I've covered what I wanted to cover with you, which is actually about investing in yourself. I want you to invest time in yourself. I want you to sit down and think about what's holding you back. And then I want you to feel differently about investing money in yourself, real money in you as the biggest asset in your business, because you deserve to be the biggest asset in your business. That's just what you are. And when you do that and move yourself into investing in yourself with the right person who's going to be able to help you, you will move yourself into your zone of genius and you will start to be able to surpass your upper limits. So that's it for tonight, guys. I am going back to sleep tonight because I have got viewings on my house over the next couple of days. It's honestly, I told you at the start, I was chasing houses in Scotland. My house went on the market this morning and I have 2 viewings already. I don't have any upper limits with any of the things that I want to do in my life. I am just taking aligned action to put me in the right place. I'm definitely in the right mindset. So how are you going to get yourself there? Ask yourself that question. I will see you next Tuesday at the same time with something else that will help you challenge what's holding you back in your life and business right now. So have a great week. I'll see you at the same time next week. Bye for now.